Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Audacity Podcast. We know, yes, we know it has been a month of sunny, rainy ass Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
You have heard our asses up here on this here microphone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you forgot, I am one of your hosts. I am Julian of Julian Creates. And who am I talking to today?
Because I, the one and only Aaronica B. Cole, aka Aaronica Sews, aka the needle in the bell.
All the things. But again, y'all, welcome, 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 welcome one, welcome all. Yeah. So we took a little break
Just like
and
an
we might have been,
impromptu breaky break.
yeah. I mean, but we understand that rest is restorative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Rest and taking rest when needed is a political act,
Mm-hmm.
especially as Black and Brown people.
Okay.
So when the spirit leads, we must follow.
We must
So
take us
tell
with us.
me how your break was.
Let me tell you something. The break was needed. It really was because so the first week of break that we took, your girl was getting them kids ready for spring break. So the children went on spring break with my mom and they cruised
Come
and
on.
I have mixed feelings about it. We'll address it in a second. And then week two that we took our break, I was enjoying my man, because we kicked off our 10-year wedding anniversary celebration. Our
It's our
wedding,
anniversary.
yes, but our anniversary is June 21st, and I don't know where them kids will be at that point in time. So your girl was like, "Let's just go ahead and we have this week
Start.
off. Yeah, let's just
Right.
start." But Denver and I, we rarely treat ourselves to like couples vacations and stuff like that. Namely because we're big homebodies. Like we love to just first of all, my bed is amazing. I like shouted my bed out in this week's vlog for my YouTube, but I have a big fig with an adjustable base and it's a king size. And when I tell you that my bed is just like my husband jokes and he's like, "You prefer the bed over me?" And I'm like, "I actually
Oh,
prefer you naked in the bed with me as top tier preference." But
well, and
when you sleep in other people's houses or other beds and stuff like that,
it ain't the
it's just not
same.
your own. So,
Right.
um, and then like the kids, I thought they were gonna have so much fun on this cruise, but Julian, other people's children are so mean. Like they were calling Kalima ugly and said that she dressed like she was gay. And I don't know what that means for starters. I don't know what that looks like. And they were calling her ugly. And I'm just like, baby, one thing about us is the face card is not going to decline. I can gain weight, I can be fat, but I'm gonna always be pretty. And just like her, she can have acne, she can have braces, but she's gonna always be pretty. Okay. And then they were calling
See,
Aurora fat. They called Bo fat. And I'm just like, you know what?
first
But
of all,
also, I was very nervous because, like I didn't want anybody to go overboard. And that was a big fear that I had. And Julian, won't you know, someone jumped overboard in a drunken state and they have not found it. So that's how spring break was. Yeah. Hmm.
y'all, if y'all could see my face, I'm full, mouth full of gate, full of
Yes.
gate.
A gape. Yeah.
But it talks of the confidence of like, especially kids on on a ship you ain't never gonna see again.
Hmm.
Child, pay them dust at all times,
Yeah.
or trip them down the steps.
Or
Jesus, forgive me. Forgive me. We don't
yeah.
promote violence over here, but I do promote karma. And sometimes you just gotta help it a little bit.
A little bit. And it's hard for me because like being body conscious and
Hmm.
raising my kids to listen to their bodies when it comes time to eat and stuff like that.
Right.
Like Aurora's out of all of the kids, Aurora's probably the pickiest eater. She loves the most vegetables, you know what I mean? But she's thicker than a Snicker. Like sis got body. And it also prompted a conversation with her, later on. And she was just like, yeah, like boys look at my butt and I don't like it. And I'm like, oh my God.
Mm,
Because she's
well,
9. You know what I mean, Julianne? She's 9. And she's
right.
like, yeah, they all say that I have a big butt and I just don't like it. And I'm like, wow. And I was like, of course I had that parenting moment where, and I had to be completely honest with her. And I was just like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to say here, but they say that women with big butts are more trustworthy. So I don't like, that was where I went. I was like, that's why daddy
Baby,
married.
you trustworthy. You ain't no snitch, honey.
We not a snitch, okay? One thing about us is we're gonna keep it real. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because she's like literally
Yes,
looking at her as her mom. I just see perfection.
right.
You know what I mean?
And it now is coming like, and I understand, like, would not know how to have the conversation about the objectification that you don't want on your body.
Yes.
Um, and then when you add on that the womanness and the feminine of it all, um, I would not know how to fully. I could empathize, but how to fully like do that. Even though I will be honest, honestly, in the weight loss lately, some comments they do be a lot.
Ooh, like what, Julian? Because I be ready to be like, tag
Well,
me
well, not even that they're bad or anything like that, but just like people like, yes, I lost some weight. Okay. But I went to a work meeting one day, and when I tell you this woman gushed about it in front of everybody, I'm like, ooh, we working. Not cute. Or like comments I'm up here talking about, some of some of my reels be a little sadder than normal or something like that, or I'm talking about something random. You been working out?
right. Can you stay focused on the message, please? I said
And
I
then
feel sad.
somebody commented like, yeah, I looked at him, I didn't know who he was.
Okay, pause. Like, damn.
um so yeah, and then yeah, so there's been a lot of those type of things, and that
Mm,
is you don't always you're not always ready for. That's
yeah.
not how you're operating in the world. So
Right.
it is weird. So I could talk about, like, I could empathize and have an understanding from that perspective,
Yeah.
but for
Blessings.
somebody who has doesn't always see themselves as attractive,
Yeah.
so the objectification from others is not something that I feel like I experience. I couldn't
Mm,
I could grasp fully, but I could empathize and be like, baby, they just like the people who are talking bad about you understand is because they want it. Like, because
mhm,
they don't have it because they probably got a washboard for an ass.
mm.
You know,
No, I tried to explain that to her that people are out here getting BBLs because they want to look like her. Like nobody's over here like, hey, can you please
look,
actually suck my butt out?
because you literally got a 5 pound sack of rice just flat in the back.
Listen, let
And
me tell you something. I will always be happy having as much ass as I do because
amen.
it could be worse, right? Because like when I sit down, I look like I'm sitting on a throne. So I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you
I don't,
carry your throne with you, and nobody can take it
yeah.
away.
Come on, Julian.
Nobody can take the throne away.
Come on, Julian. Come
Even
on, sir.
even when you outside on a park bench or something like that, you still sitting on a throne.
I'm gonna have to take that to her and let her know that Uncle Julian said, baby, they're talking about your throne. It's fine. Yours
Right.
is it's BYOT. Bring your own throne. And not everybody has one to bring. So
Right. And yours sits higher. That's all.
it's higher and mightier.
Amen. Because
Yeah.
as we all know, if you ever look at anything, who sits the highest is the one with the most prestige, the most honor, the most royal.
We
So,
like this. We like where we're going.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So
I
do
said do
not come off of your throne
not come
for
off.
the little plebeians,
Simply just adjust it. Just get it
Yes,
back in check.
because the crown is always going to be there. So just make sure
It's
it's cute.
always gonna be there. Yeah.
And even if it is ace deuce cocked,
hmm
just make sure it's right.
Just make sure it's in there. Yes, I like that,
Yes,
Julie. Okay, I'm gonna
yes.
take that back to your girl. I'm gonna take it back.
Look how we can find the positive in anything.
Okay. What did I say about them silver linings?
Look. So my break was it wasn't a break. I didn't break. I didn't break right. I will say it like that. So the first week I was on deadline. So I was doing the pattern test for the Ranger jacket.
Right, which is
Uh,
fire.
yes, love the pattern. So definitely check out Happily Dressed. Brandon on you can buy it on Etsy. But especially if you're looking for a jean jacket and you've been worried about it, I think this is a great pattern to start with. As a jean jacket pattern. It is actually really simple and easy to sew up. I love his instructions. They're very straightforward. So it was a super good pattern to do. But then also we have my Easter outfit to make.
That Easter outfit was so fire.
Thank you. Thank you. So I made the Easter outfit. I made the jacket. I did a sew along. So we did a vest sew along on TikTok to start off Cowboy Carter week. And I
Mm.
was working on my latest cowboy shirt, which I have here.
Ooh. I saw you working on this.
So clearly we still got a ways to go, but yeah.
Wow. The detail.
It's a fun and this is actually a folklore pattern. So really
I
really
remember that,
cool.
yeah. In
hmm
fact, when you
And
were working on it, I think I had just gotten the patterns in the mail. So if you're like, what are y'all talking about? Don't worry, we'll come back to this.
we'll come back to it. It'll come up. So yeah, so which I still need to finish, but then we did my and then last weekend, so then it was Easter. What was last week? Like last week, it was just everything feels like a blur.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like what,
Everything feels
last
like a blur.
weekend, I know last weekend we were driving back. Like
hmm
it took us a full like 12 hours to drive from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta because of all of the traffic.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. And then I came back in and we drove in Friday. And then Saturday morning, I had to load in a show and lead a trade show. I'm still an Ergo Baby brand ambassador because I love the babies, even though I'm done having them.
Come on.
Um, so I'd led a show and your girl was exhausted. Come Sunday, I was like, God is going to have to feel my praise from the bed.
So this past Saturday, I taught a class,
Oh, yeah.
a
Mhm.
serger bag class. Like literally, we made the whole bag on a serger using
Yes, because
Sewell
happy
berries.
National Surgery Month,
Right,
our favorite
right.
month.
Right. So using Sewell Berry's pattern for her crossbody bag. So that included piping, that included flat
Right?
locking, that including zipper insertion with the serger, all of that.
Dang, that sounds fancy.
Like literally the only thing you need a sewing machine for technically on this bag is to secure the hardware to the strap.
Okay.
Everything else is and that is just like a regular serger. You don't even need like a combo machine. So
Right.
technically, I think you can do it on your like if you have a combo machine, you should be able to do
Yeah.
it.
Mm. I
So
may be giving away a surgery this month. There's a possibility.
look, let,
So
let's
I won't
chat.
have details on that for this podcast episode, but
Right, right, right.
stay tuned.
So did that, and then so I didn't go to church on Sunday. I
Mhm.
didn't. What did I do on Sunday? What did I do? And again, sleep. And then yesterday was the eclipse because we were recording on Tuesday. And
Mhm.
what was interesting about the eclipse for me is that I stood out like we got to about 99%. We didn't get to full totality where I'm at. If I went up like 45 minutes, I would have been able to be at full totality. Um, but the level of calm I got
Yeah.
from standing out in the eclipse, grounding. So I was barefoot in my grass.
Mm.
Um, like an edible, like THC, a good
Really?
one. I could not understand it. It was like the most mellow I have felt in a long time. Like I had had a full night of, or probably multiple full nights of good rest.
And how are you feeling today?
Still, still feel
Oh, I
good.
love that.
Still feel good. Like I'm still like, I'm coming back to my regular self, but still, there's still a level of calm in
Hmm.
the process. And like it was like an assuredness. I cannot explain it, but other people have felt it. So I don't know what it is or what it was,
Yeah.
but like multiple people felt it, like even to the point where they said like I almost felt woozy or something like that during the
Yeah,
eclipse.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, it felt so good to me. It was so needed. So needed.
I was not I don't want to say I wasn't excited about the eclipse, but you see, you have to understand that the last eclipse that was here, I went into labor with Bo.
Oh,
So I'm just like,
right. Memories.
right. But it's also almost like a thing of what are we birthing this go round? You know what I mean? Um,
Definitely.
and that's kind of like I felt like you felt a calm and I felt a clarity. And so I
Okay.
guess it's very similar, right? Uh,
Hmm.
because like I feel like I have been kind of at this crux where I've wanted to create content. I want to go back to writing. Like there's things that I want to do. And I felt like yesterday it was like, no, no, go back to writing. Like not give up other things that you're doing, but in addition to, you know, like
Hmm.
pick up your keyboard and write, like write some things out. And
Right.
I thought that that was really good. I do feel like I am struggling with the content to create, not on Needle in the Bell because I feel like obviously sewing content, but on Aronica Be Cole because I would kind of like to revive that because as much as I know that people in the sewing community, some are interested in like more of my lifestyle content or, what I'm doing, that sort of thing. I do feel like that account was more dedicated to that. So working
Hmm.
to see what consistency looks like over there with that level of clarity as well. So, that I feel good about that as well. I did not go outside during it though. I feel like I was so nervous about the kids looking up.
Oh, we had glasses.
So they had the glasses too, but sometimes these kids just be kidding. And I just be like, I don't want you to ruin like
Your
your,
eyes.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Just because you were over here effing around. So,
Yeah, I remember it was here when I was like in first grade or something like that.
yeah.
And I remember, honestly remember that our class, our teachers specifically keeping us in the room. And basically, we could not be near the windows. We saw it get dark, but we actually did not see it.
And here go your girl Kalima talking about some mommy. Oh my God, the light is burning my eyes. Girl, we in the house.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Too
What are you talking about? Honey,
much.
my eyes are burning. It's like, girl, you were a vampire. Welcome to the light. I don't know what to tell you.
Child, it was funny. There was somebody did a meme talking about a black mom, black grandmama. Why she put on three pair of sunglasses thinking I was gonna do it? I'm like, Jesus, my people, my people.
Somebody commented on somebody's like someone commented on Instagram. They were like, "We're black. We have melanin in our eyes. We don't need that." And I'm like, "Okay, you go blind."
Go for it. Go
Natural
for it.
selection is a beautiful thing. Okay, that's all I
Have
can
at
say
it.
about that.
Just have at it.
Right.
Go
As for
for it.
me and mine, we'll be donning as many pairs as we can get our hands on.
Look. And but now like a lady at work, her daughter is collecting them because there's
Yeah.
another eclipse in South America, so they're giving
Yep.
them away.
Yeah, there
So
is an address that I saw posted on Facebook where we could send them.
yeah, so very good. But now that my little bit of sewing, sew alongs and stuff are done for right now, we have a new project that I'm working on starting today.
Starting today.
Starting today. And that is for Atlanta Frocktails.
Atlanta Frocktails.
Who is hosting this event? Like who's putting this together? Who is the chair of the committee?
Who is the chair? Surprise, surprise. It's me.
Love
Yes.
it. Love it. So
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
I
so excited
will.
about Atlanta Frocktails. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I was just actually texting Dejanay, and it was definitely a frantic text where I had to start off with Dejanay. What are we wearing for Frocktails? Like literally. She's like, I have no idea. Why is it so hard? I'm like, girl, you were supposed to give us a clue. But I feel like every year for every Frocktails, I feel like it has to be the most epic, and I don't know why I feel that way.
The problem, like especially in guys' fashion, there ain't too many places I can go.
No,
Like there ain't too many
right.
places I can go.
Well, I don't know. I
So
feel like there's all the places that you can go because of who you are as a person and how you identify with your style, right?
I mean, there are things we could do. There's
Mhm.
things we could do, but places we can go is a little like like it's a pants, a shirt, it's something. It's
Right. Yeah.
what forms they take is the thing. And so what is the theme? Tell us about the theme. Tell us, give us
Okay.
details.
So, of course, the theme this year is My Secret Garden. And the reason why I chose and yeah, I chose it because last year we did, last year when we were at Frocktails and I chose the last Frocktails theme as well.
Oh, okay.
And I said it to Nikki because we were doing it at a location called the Met. And I was like,
Right.
oh, we should do a Met themed then, right? And
Right.
she was like, excellent, that's it then. I was like, whoa, okay, great. I love this for us then. It's fine. But when we were talking at last year's Frocktails, I was just like, I really feel like we need to move Frocktails time frame because we were in
Mhm.
October and I went to Spelman and that's when homecoming is and already having to choose between like, whether or not I'm going to be going to Frocktails or not. And like my reunion year is about to come up. Like my 20-year like college reunion is next year, which is bananas because what?
Look, look,
Like, how am I that old?
look.
Um, but she was like, okay, cool, excellent, you're planning it. And I was like, whoa, okay, great, right. Um, don't talk about it, be about it, right? So I was just like, okay, so let's move it to spring and we'll do a secret garden theme and do kind of like like high class, like garden party or like high tea type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's, you know, also I felt like that, we had just started the Audacity and I was just like, oh, that's actually kind of in line with our podcast because it's like I actually have like this little spoon thing here that says spill the tea. And I
Right.
got it because of our podcast. And I was like, oh, like I'm obviously very like tea themed, because I do love the tea. But so we're doing this garden party. And in my head, I was just like, I want it to just be like this really like think Bridgerton-esque type of feel where people are kind of fancy, but maybe not fancy, very comfortable because that's how I identify as my style. But like lots of florals and sheers and texture and getting dressed up for that garden party that you don't actually have to go to, but now you do. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I
So,
love it. I love it. So what you wearing?
what am I wearing? So, I am very committed to either an embroidered tool or actually Julian sent me the link to this African lace, which is what I purchased today.
Not you
So,
purchase it. Did you buy the same color?
did not buy the same color nor
Okay.
style.
Okay. Okay.
um,
Praise the Lord.
yeah, or else we'd have been up in there twinning them. What
Uh-huh.
we could have done the sound like twin. Where have you been? Right.
Look.
Um, but I got that, and so I want to wear pants only because I feel most comfortable and confident wearing pants. If I'm being completely
Mhm.
honest. So I wanted to do a tailored trouser, and I can't decide on, and I don't plan on lining the pants. Y'all are gonna get some cheats, so you're welcome in advance. Okay. I will also make the panties as well. So again, you're welcome in advance. Okay.
Right.
But I can't decide whether or not I want to do a bustier or a corset top,
Mhm.
or just do kind of like a bodysuit that's strapless and keep it kind of simple with the focus being on the pants. So because I'm extra, it will likely be the bustier or the corset.
Mhm.
Because I am who I am. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm pretty excited about
I
it.
mean, you have the pattern for it. I mean,
I
literally,
do
you
have the pattern.
you designed it, so there's
Did
that.
design. Yeah.
It's that.
So I think that's actually what I'm ultimately going to do. I am wanting the wide leg pant, so I'm definitely going to be putting some of the horsehair. I actually have some of it like sitting right next to me, and I've had it for
Mm.
years so that I can maintain um
The
that
him.
hem. Yes, like I want it to be like, you know what I'm saying? But very subtle statement, if that makes sense. Like simple as far as silhouette goes, but more expressive as far as fabrics
So And we talked about it here on the podcast, is that I said what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to do a corset vest and a pair of high-waisted pants.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, and I literally put that on my Make Nine board.
Mm-hmm.
Am I doing that?
Mm-mm.
Not at all. So
It
here's the thing.
inspired.
It would be cute. It would be cute. But literally, I feel like I wore that for the photo shoot that I did for Cincinnati Magazine, and I
Okay.
just did that for Easter.
Yeah.
It,
Let me
it
ask you, have you seen any of our style inspo on the Pinterest board?
yes, I did.
Okay.
So I did see some of y'all stuff, and like it was giving. It was giving, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where like especially around some of the floral fabrics and stuff like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Um, but so the way I'm describing my outfit is that I'm coming as an exotic orchid.
You're so extra. I love it. It's fantastic. So wonderful.
So yes, I am coming as an exotic orchid. So I sent her the fabric after I bought the fabric.
Hmm.
Um, but it is a brocade, like an African brocade with roses and flowers. Put it in my feed today. And we are going a bit looking at different cultures and different things like that. So I'm going with a kurta, like a kurta style top with pair of pants. Um, but it ain't it ain't just regular any old.
Mm-mm.
Um, there's some movement. There's a lot going on with it. I started pasting. Hence why you see there's a ring of fabric
I
that
do.
drapes
I wasn't
over.
gonna ask about it. I was just going with it.
Literally, that is two rows of the pattern. Two rows. There's one more row I got to do, but I've already started pasting the pattern together. So I can muslin out at least part of it just to see how everything fits before we cut. Um, but yeah, like literally this is what happens when I'm in meetings at work. Because I was like, I got my hotel room today. I bought my ticket yesterday. Um, and I was like, okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we wearing? And started finding and realized that I already owned this pattern.
Mm-hmm. Look at
So
God.
I was like, okay, Jesus. All right. So, what other time do I have to wear this? Like, because I was definitely thinking about, okay, I can do a suit, like a double-breasted suit, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I plan to do that for another Frocktails.
Right.
Um, so trying to figure out what I was gonna do, I was thinking a safari jacket, like safari
Mhm.
style jacket, still like in a brocade, still fancy, but I'm like,
Yeah. And I felt that direction that you were going in with it, and I love that.
I do. That would be cute, but I don't know for this. But
Yeah.
then I saw this and I'm like, this is giving, especially as we're talking about gardens,
Yeah.
enchanted, all that good stuff. It was just I wanted to be a flower.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
I'm like, I imagine you stepping out of one of my fantasy novels that I am addicted to reading, and this is what you're going to look like. I would also like to offer up that in the event that you need to take your jacket off during the event, I don't know, maybe of course it could be surprise, surprise underneath. Just offering it up.
No, here's why, because that fabric is see-through. And I
Oh,
plan to,
that's right, it is see-through.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
We're gonna be naked twins.
Look, I mean, there might be a little tank top or like a little silk tank top or something underneath it, just
Now we're
to
trying to get nipple, okay? We're trying to see nipples, okay?
who said nipple is still ain't gonna peep out?
Oop, come on,
I'm just
somebody.
saying.
Oh
I
my
know how my
goodness.
nipples work.
Julian is getting fresh today.
They don't mind.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited.
How much are you paying?
Tomorrow, so Wednesday, by the time this is publishing, these will already be up, but the accommodations will be live on the newsletter page. And if you're like, what's the newsletter page? It is atlantafrocktails.substack.com. And I will have that information up there, especially if you are traveling in town, and you want to stay and be amongst peeps. But also the fun thing is that it's not just a one night situation. So I know Friday night we will be getting together at Top Stitch Atlanta. For
Okay.
those that don't know, that is actually where I teach sewing at. So we're doing top stitch. And at that point in time, we're asking people to go ahead and bring in a some of their fabric that they do not love anymore. And we're going to do a fabric swap there, in addition to do a meet and greet where people can kind of like have that opportunity to meet up with, because I know that it can be particularly hairy to go into a situation where you don't know people and be like, oh my God, can I just dye a wallflower? So this will be the opportunity that's a more casual setting for people to come to and meet and greet. This event, of course, is free, and the link to that will be in the show notes as well. And then Saturday, we're gonna go shopping at Fine Fabric. So Saturday morning,
So,
we're gonna get up. We're gonna be there first thing in the morning because we want to be the first ones there, checking out. So we're gonna go and we're gonna just go and do a little bit of fabric shopping because I feel like everyone has heard of fine fabrics. And
we
even if you
have.
do live in the Atlanta area, sometimes just fabric shopping with friends can just be more fun. So we're gonna be going to hit
Yeah.
them up as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be encouraging people to stay together, go grab some lunch. Of course, I will be excusing myself to go and make sure that things are set up for the evening where we will be kicking off. And for those of my friends who are sober, they will also be sober drinks that are there. So we'll have mocktails and cocktails. So very, very excited about that.
Y'all, let me go make sure credit card or two are clear.
Just one or two. But and this is like cutting edge information, right? Because
Hmm.
one of the beautiful parts about being the podcast host and the committee chair is I get to choose when and where we share this information.
Look,
Information. So if you're like on the fence with whether or not you should come to Atlanta Frocktails and like, I don't know if it's worthwhile, let me just share with you a couple of the door prizes that you have the opportunity to win. Okay. First up is the I'm sorry, not electronic, but the magnetic cutting system from SewTites. If you're like, girl, what is that? Definitely
child, go
check
look
out
it
my
up.
review on
Yes,
YouTube. I have the system myself. I love the system so much. Definitely check it out. So we're gifting, raffling off, doing a drawing, whatever you want to call it, for the entire system. We also have a bundle of folklore patterns. Yo, can I see? So excited. We've got a bundle of folklore patterns, which is what we were talking about earlier when Julian had mentioned that this was one of the patterns that he was working on. So I've got a box of patterns that I'm also gifting away. I also have a sewing machine like bundle situation that I am also gifting away. Okay. So this is just a handful of the things. We've got virtual gifts as well. If you're like, how am I supposed to travel with this? We've got fabrics. We've got all sorts of giveaways that we are having as our door prizes. If you have been wanting to do anything, whether it is whether it's try a new machine, whether it's try out new cutting systems. Like when I tell you that we've got you covered, our door prizes in and of themselves, whew, the cost, the math is mathing, is what I'm going to say.
I love it. I love
So,
it.
I'm really, really excited about the way that our sponsors have come through this year. So, shout out to them. And I do want to give a shout out, of course, to the sponsors for Frocktails. And we do have quite a few of them. We've got Brooklyn Motif Printing. Shout out to BK. We've got Friday Pattern Company, Oliso Irons. Naturally, because listen, one thing about Oliso is their customer service is top tier. I dare someone else to come in and of course like try to get in on them. We
I
got
mean, there's
Folklore
that.
Patterns, Paradiso Designs, of course, SewTites. We've got Copper Creek Patterns, which used to be known as Do It Better Yourself. We've got Amy Nicole Studio, Cashmerette, and Cashmerette now owns My Body Model, so both of them. Core Fabrics, Deer and Doe, Fancy Frocks, In a Haystack, Named Clothing, Metler, Pop Stitch Atlanta, of course, and the Design Group of America, yes, as in Simplicity, Nomi, McCall's, Vogue, Butterick, okay? Atlanta Sewing Center. We've got Amanda's Bundles, Nature's Fabrics, InSewmiacs Podcast, as well as the Little Sober Bar, just to name a few.
Look at that. Look
Yeah,
at that. Y'all, if y'all ain't got y'all tickets yet, what y'all waiting
those
on?
tickets.
Because
Yeah.
the 4th of May, may the 4th be with you, and may it
May
be
the
with
4th
you as
be
we
with
all
you.
together in Atlanta. You
Yeah,
just need to be there
yeah,
because
indeed.
it's, and so I've been sharing this, like I started sharing kind of my process. Not everybody has heard the deets of the shirt. Some people have seen it.
Hmm.
Um, I'm excited about it. I'm excited.
Me too.
And I think that I'm setting my own tone for things.
Yes,
So
yes.
I need y'all to dress accordingly. I have set the tone.
He set the tone, he set the standard. And what did he say in the first episode? I set the style trends. I am the trend.
For myself, and if other people want to bask
Don't
upon,
don't backstep now. He said he is the trend.
I mean, look, I'm just saying we are. We are. Not just
That
me,
part,
we are.
okay? We're not going back on it now because we are indeed. But you know what I'm most looking forward to?
What?
Hugging your neck. But also being able to, of course, like Frocktails is my favorite time of year. Like going to any Frocktails is absolutely my favorite because one, it's the only opportunity that you really get to go to where you get to show off what you've made
Right.
and talk about, oh, it's got pockets and not have someone be like, oh, but I also have some pants that need to be hemmed or can you
Right.
make me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, I'm super excited because we also have one more row Woodstock, which is um a local yarn company who's coming as a sponsor as well. So I'm hoping to see some knit and crochet outfits out here as
Come
well
on.
because
And
makers need to be celebrated because whatever it is that we making,
all makers. I mean, so if
okay,
you ever hear painting shoes or something like that, like
painting,
come
starting it from scratch, yeah,
come with what you got. Don't feel that just
exactly,
because you may not sew that you cannot be included.
exactly,
We will celebrate you in whatever ever space you in. Create something.
precisely.
Are you a jewelry maker? Make a badass necklace. Come on.
Please, yes,
Put it on with a black slip dress. Let's go.
let's a black slip dress. Come on, classic.
I
Yes.
mean, look, let the jewelry speak. That is what you
Let
make.
the jewelry speak. I love that. Yeah. And one of the other things that we're really proud of is that any of the extra proceeds that we have from ticket sales and things like that will be going to our local community service event that we do for Atlanta Sewing Styles or Atlanta Sewing Style. We do we get together and we do community service events that we're able to bless our community with our gifts, whether it's in teaching to sew, providing some kind of service, providing a finished product, etc. So I'm happy that whatever we earn from the ticket sales, we can contribute in a larger way for that community service project.
I love it.
Yeah,
See, even more reason, and I hope you even outside of that have like a tip jar or something like that that people can give
yeah,
to
that's a good
that work.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So just so that we can so that we say that we also give back while we look good.
Huh. We're going to be looking good while we positively impact this community.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think for me, I use these moments because like yes, I sew. I make a lot of stuff. I make a lot of my clothes and whatnot. Um, but it gives me an opportunity to sew, like to stretch. These are my stretch sew moments. So this is like
Right.
either testing out different styles or testing out things that I've wanted to make and
Ooh,
haven't
yeah,
or
yeah.
stuff like that. So what is the stretch sew for you that you can do in the time allotted?
Mm.
Because again, don't come out here thinking that you about to do a whole couture garment, a whole couture gown, hand sewn in less than a month. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. We want you to have fun.
Also, why are we hand sewing? No, I'm just joking. JK, don't come for me. Don't come for me in the comments or in my DMs. I was just joking, just joshing with you all, okay?
But I think that, like, or what is an element that you've wanted to try
Hmm.
or something like that that you feel that you can incorporate? Like, use this as a stretch moment
Yeah.
um in your process. Um this my outfit is a stretch for me. It's a
Mhm.
little bit more than what I've done. Like, have y'all ever heard? Like, I might be buying fabric. Understand, for the top alone, I made sure that I had more than 5 yards.
Wow. Wow. For the top, more than 5 yards.
I'm just in case. I technically have 10
Mm.
for the top.
Wow. So you bought two of those bundles?
Did you see the price?
The price was pricing. The
Hence
price
why I
was
bought
like,
two. I
go
could
ahead and
use
just
it
buy
for
a couple
whatever.
more. It's fine.
Right. I'm like, look, we just gonna it's a little yang yang. Look, we can handle this, especially for fabric. Now, is it gonna be crispy crunchy? Probably so. But actually, that's what I need for mine. I think that
Yeah.
the body of that is perfect for what I have envisioned. I
Yeah.
already have cotton organdy ready. I mean, like, so we are not
Yeah.
even doing like fusibles. We are doing cotton organdy and all that good stuff with mines.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
And see, like, I feel like for New York Frocktails, I got in my head too much for my
Mhm.
outfit and I did not love it.
Okay. See, so
Like,
it's important to find like I am like even though it's a step out, it's still I still know this
yeah.
stuff where but also but also for New York, I started mine's months.
New York Frocktails, I swear, my goodness, you
That
were
was
like flawless.
but that was also months. But also understand again, the way my social anxiety work, I gotta feel good and I have to like what
Yeah.
I like to be excited about something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of me worried about what people are going to think and all this other stuff, it helps me to have a focus. My outfit is my focus.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Um, and I feel like for this go around, it's important to me to wear something that is a more of a tailored look because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like plus size bodies are always in stretch knit because
Mm-hmm.
it's easier.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
easier to clothe that way. Which of course is probably the reason why most of my patterns that have dropped with No Me are woven or more tailored looks as well, because I feel like the plus size body deserves to have tailored looks.
They need
Uh,
to know. Yes.
right. So I
Yes.
feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, I really do kind of want to do a tailored look. Um, that is like giving what I want it to give. Like I want to look sophisticated and smart and obviously floral.
And
Obviously.
but not only just floral, but I think that like we're like the way I'm thinking of it, and again, I'm adding my own spice to the vision. Is enchanted. So think
Yeah.
fairy, think of pastels, but think of also metallics. Think of like there needs to be
Right.
like, that's hence why we went into the brocades and the laces and different things like that. You can think of I'm thinking of tea parties. I'm thinking of 19 teens and Ed Ward. Come on now. Come on.
I'm like addicted to ear cuffs now.
Child. Now, could you and also so the colors I went with is because I already have a pair of glasses I think I'm gonna wear with it too.
And
Because
you have
people
me almost wanting to wear glasses, but I'm not because, I have to
well,
make sure my eyelashes are popping, et
child,
cetera,
I'm blind.
et
So
cetera.
it that ain't a choice. But I'm actually thinking, I'm like, is there a way that I can easily get away with curling my hair and keeping it curled?
Yes.
Child, first, no, because where am I gonna go? With curl like how am I gonna make that
But
work?
you know what? I feel like you could do like the barrel curls for like a week or two and
No, I would no, I can't do nothing for no week or two. Because honey, my hair will be washed before I hit the road. So
well, yes, but I feel like they can do that. And then at least that's a style. And then you take it down and then it's got the curl.
true, but the way my locks are set up, I technically can take a flat iron or a
Oh,
curling
true.
because they're
True.
sister locks. So technically,
I'm like, these kids over here would love to beautify Uncle Julian.
um,
Uh,
is my hotel
instead
in?
we
I don't think my hotel's close to you.
it's not.
Is my hotel close to the action? Because
Yeah.
look, I went for a space, so I would make sure I'm in town early enough so I can be there for Friday night, and I guess I'm getting up for Saturday morning.
I just
And
sent you a picture of my fabric. And I feel like you're gonna be like, this is so you.
Come on. It's gonna come. Yeah. And of course okay. Because I'm like, what device you coming to? Jesus?
What device are you coming to?
You know what? And I was so looking at this one. I almost went with this in another one of the other colorways, but yes, this is gorgeous. And
Yeah.
yes, whole ass will be out. I love it.
Yeah.
Whole ass. Whole ass.
Yeah. I mean, like we're giving shows. You know what I'm saying?
hmm But it's going to be a beautiful show. And all
It
and
is
like
gonna be.
honestly, you could so if you did this, technically you could do like a white strapless bodysuit with it and be done.
So that's what I was thinking
hmm
about doing, just so that because I was like, I feel like if I do both the top and the bottom, then I risk over, especially because it's a large print, I
Right.
risk overdoing it, dare I say,
Right.
which I don't feel like is an actual thing, but I feel like
No, it's
if
not.
if I'm not careful,
It can be a lot. A lot in
right,
the
and I feel
way.
like if I do a white strapless bodysuit, then I can make sure I've got the jewelry that is
Mhm.
giving fantasy and is getting giving enchantment.
Yes, because you need one of those. You almost need like the ones that Terrence wears that kind of go over like a full
Oh,
over the shoulder moment stuff. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. hmm
Yes.
Yes. I feel
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I feel
And
it.
then
Yes.
even like with that, like I can show off the new tattoo.
Right. What you got while you was on your little vacation.
I know. I can't believe that Denver didn't get a matching one to me.
Well, I am ready for more tattoos, so it's
I
time.
know. Oh, we should get a matching tattoo when you come to town.
Look, I don't mind. I don't
Let's
mind.
do it.
I don't mind. Um, ooh, because I kind of know what I want to get too. Um, a friend of ours made stickers. And remember designed those stickers of like sewing on the mind and on the mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
talk. We'll talk.
I'm like
Um
so sorry to leave you guys out of this convo.
now and this is what happens when because just because we also like we've been talking, but we ain't really been talking because
Yeah.
life. So y'all are catching up as we catch up. And we just letting y'all sit in on our conversation.
Right.
But again, so if people are interested in getting their tickets, can you give us the details of how much they cost and where they can go?
Absolutely. So tickets are 125. They are being sold on Eventbrite because I wanted to make sure that we are, as efficient as possible. I will make sure that link is in there. But of course, also make sure that you're checking out our newsletter, which again is atlantafrocktails.substack.com, because even though, of course, we've got the tickets and stuff like that, we'll be putting up more outfit inspiration, fabrics to buy, sponsor information, as well as places to stay up on there. And to me, that is super importante. So, yeah,
Right. And
that Substack is there.
even with like through Eventbrite and stuff like that, PayPal, they have pay later,
Yep.
paying for
We've got the Klarna or whatever.
right. So there's different options that you can use to pay and stuff like that. And as have you thought about maybe if there's a way to create like a Facebook group or anything if people want to find roommates or anything like that?
Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. I will get on that tonight. So that way, tomorrow, when I post about the accommodations, it is ready to be included.
See, look at
Look at
that. Look at
you.
God,
Look at
y'all.
you. All these fantastic
Sometimes,
ideas
sometimes I be thinking,
all the
sometimes,
time.
every so often, that's all I got. Every so often. Um, but
I'm
yeah,
like, ask
so
us some more questions. Let me see. What else? What other work are you giving me to do? Because I feel like this is fantastic.
um, but yeah, so we are super excited. We hope that we see you there. Definitely you'll be able to take pictures with us, well, as much as possible,
Mhm.
because she gonna be working and I'm gonna be helping her.
But
Um,
also, I feel like we'll be doing, because in New York, we said that we wanted to do live recordings and do some
did.
snippets.
We
So I
did.
feel like for Atlanta Frocktails, we may or may not be able to make that happen. I'm gonna say that we can, but definitely make sure that you guys catch us because we want to interview people. So I feel like that's a
Absolutely.
fun way to get, people's voices and stuff like that heard and get you on the podcast.
Yes. And because essentially there are what? Is it like three more weeks, technically?
We are
Jesus.
exactly 30 days out
Oh, okay. Okay.
as of today. And we're recording on the, oh wait, I'm lying. Today's April 9th. I'm sorry. Your girl can't math. My apologies. Like what am I talking about?
Child,
So we're just shy of 30 days out. I
y'all,
don't know where
but
I got the today was April 5th from, but we are not, it's not April
I
5th
mean
yet.
all the way off. You hear me? But it's all right. We're gonna let the Lord use it because you got a lot on your mind because you're a woman that with a mission and you're planning.
I
You're
know.
planning.
I'm like, normally I just have to plan out my outfit. Now I got to plan out my outfit and the whole event.
Yeah, but you got this. You good at this.
I
You
do.
got
I'm
this.
excited. Did you know that I actually used to do huge events?
Did I? No, I don't think I knew that, but I can see it. It
Yeah,
makes sense.
I used to do those like big like conferences and stuff like that.
Yes. Child, you could not pay me to do that. Like I'm
They
up here
were
trying.
so fun, but we were exhausted by the end of them.
Yes. I'm up here doing just planning a learning network meeting for 50, 60 people right now, and I'm over it already.
Mm,
But and child, but we got this, and you got this, and
yeah.
you know you got your people who we ready. If you, we yes we bought tickets, but put us to work. We don't mind.
I will say that I have appreciated how many people have said like, I'm coming to town, put me to work. And it just makes me feel so incredibly supported and loved. And so, like, I just can't even put the words to what it feels like. Um, because, like, a lot of times when we're doing this, we don't always feel like we have the support.
Right.
Um, but it feels good to know that people are like, oh no, I definitely am here to support you. Like, let me know what you need, you know. And of course, it does make it helpful because I do have a committee that is working with me, but it's also really comforting to know that I do have other people that I can call on
Mhm.
to help me as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's all, but we're gonna have a good time either way it goes.
Yeah.
That's all that
There's going to
matters.
be good music there. Listen, the food is going to be amazing. So, what else is there to talk about? You know what I'm saying?
And again, we gonna be cute.
And we're going to be cute.
We're gonna be cute. So y'all, come on, join us. Get cute, be cute,
Hmm.
and let's go and see some of your favorite sewists from all across the country that are coming. I
Yeah.
mean, literally from all across. I know people from California coming,
Yep.
from the East Coast coming, like
Yep. We've
a
got
little bit
your
everywhere.
favorites from vintage makers to, of
Yes.
course, Queen Mother Mimi G herself, to, of
Look,
course, we've got Lynn and Alex who specialize in making clothing making adaptive clothing.
I love
Like
it.
we've got the peeps coming.
I love it. See, and just like people that you follow online and stuff like that, you get to
Yeah.
see how awesome and stuff they are in person. So just come on, join us, and let's all have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
So, do you want to take us out today since
Oh
you
my
are the
God.
chair,
Don't
and
put me on
I
the
want you
spot like that.
with all your wisdom and all your plannings and stuff, leave us with the lasting words.
Let me see if I can do it as well as Julian can. Are we the assholes for taking 2 weeks off? We might be, but probably
Nope,
not because we
we're
all
not.
know that life is gonna life. It's gonna catch up with us, and we're going to catch up whenever we can. We appreciate all of the people who have definitely hit us up offline about when we are coming back because it feels good to be missed. It would be actually really bad if no one noticed that we hadn't recorded podcasts in 2 weeks. With that, I am so excited, so honored to, of course, be a member of this community. And I encourage you to do your part in the community. And what I mean by that is be inspired, be pushed to grow, be pushed to step out of the box. Remember that you can grow through what you go through and be reminded that every flower is the opportunity to remind you that you are meant to blossom and you are meant to grow and you are meant to change and you are meant to change the world with whatever it is that your gift is. I hope that we have the opportunity to see you on May 4th. But if we don't, we'll check you in these internet streets. And with that, you have a fantastic week.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard. Look at that. That was Better bless the people. With that, we will talk to y'all later. Remember to stay creative and stay audacious.
Oh, I like that.